Hey everybody, it's the Cinema Dude and welcome back to my channel. And today we have a new episode of What's in the Queue, or New to the Queue. For those that don't know, New to the Queue is a series I do that I have a whole bunch of pickups that I've gotten from the past month and a half, 2 months. And instead of like individually doing a video like that, I just kind of put it all together into one video. So today we have 10 releases. So we'll hop right into it. So the first one was from Deep Discount. They were having a sale on imprint films, so which was kind of cool. And there's one that I haven't picked up yet, and I wanted to. And this is a film by David Lynch that does not have a Blu-ray release here in America, but has one through Imprint Films in Australia, and that is The Straight Story. So this was his film that he made in 1999 through either Touchstone Pictures or one of the Disney sub labels. And so what is it about? It's about 73-year-old Alvin Straight decides to travel from his home in Lawrence, Iowa to Mount Zion, Wisconsin to mend his relationship with his estranged older brother. There's slightly quirky twists. Alvin insists on making the 317-mile journey on his lawnmower. And it says, in life, what are the things that really matter? So this was Richard Farnsworth in, I believe, his last role. I believe he died shortly after this from cancer. And in the movie, you really can, there are moments in there that him as the person really kind of, you can see that he knows he's dying. And so he's really giving it all for this performance. So, and then it also has Stacey Spacek, and then Harry Dean Stanton as well in here. And then there is a audio commentary on here with film critic Peter Tungett from 2021. Mark and Bob Tell It Straight featurette with the Minneapolis Crew from 2021. The Straight and Narrow Inside the Film, which is a featurette from 2021. Far and Wide Inside the Score, which the score is by Angelo Badalamenti, who did a whole bunch of other David Lynch films. And then Found Highway, The Lynchian Redemption of a Straight Story, a visual essay, and then theatrical trailer. So that is The Straight Story. And then just kind of open this up real quick for you. Yeah, so the only one right now is, I don't know if it's just through the Disney Movie Club, but they do have it there, and it's just the DVD version of this. So yeah, so that's here. It's the back, and that's the cover. That's the inside. That's back as well. So very excited to finally own this. This one I've been looking for a while, both on just the DVD version of this, but then when Imprint Films said they were releasing this, I wanted to hop on this one. And the slipcover with it is the limited edition version of this, so kind of cool to have that. Then we go into some TV sci-fi territory from the 70s with a Kino release that I was kind of excited for, because one, I never even heard of this movie, but then it was kind of a cool little movie with Estelle Parsons and the great James Earl Jones, and that is The UFO Incident. And it says, a brand new 4K master. James Earl Jones and Estelle Parsons star as Barney and Betty Hill, husband and wife survivors of an alien abduction, in this engrossing look at one of the most controversial and carefully documented cases of an extraterrestrial encounter in U.S. history. The Hills claim that on September the 19th of September, 1961, in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. They are taken aboard a saucer-like spacecraft and examined medically by mysterious humanoid beings with grayish skin. The UFO incident describes with fascinating detail the couple's crippling anxiety and nightmare visions following the experience, during which they both suffer from amnesia. So this was from 1975. On here, there's an audio commentary with filmmaker and historian Gary Giannini. Romantic Mysticism, the music of Billy Goldenberg, which is a feature-length documentary, and then trailers as well for it. So that is the front, and that's the back. So nice slipcover, same thing on there. I don't think there's any, there's no reversible stuff on here. So kind of cool. Kind of one of the more famous, I guess, UFO cases or incidents. And so kind of cool that this finally comes to Blu-ray. Then we have a movie that was getting really great reviews earlier this year, and I wanted to see it, and this is actually and an upcoming one I just actually got yesterday, and it's something that I wanted to see but never got to in the theater, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. And this is Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is the Michelle Yeoh film from this year, and it's written and directed by Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. And so it says, Evelyn Wong, a frustrated immigrant mother, is contacted from a parallel universe and told that only she can save the world. The unlikely hero must learn to channel her newfound powers and fight through the splintering timelines of the multiverse to save her family, her home, and herself in this big-hearted and irrelevant adventure. With Stephanie Hoos, Kei Q Kwan, and that is who was Data and Short Round. It's kind of one of his big roles back into Hollywood, so really cool to see him back. Jenny Slate, James Wong, and Jamie Lee Curtis. There's an audio commentary with the, as they call them, the Daniels. There is almost everything you have ever wanted to know about Everything Everywhere All at Once. Featurette, put everything on a bagel, cooking up the multiverse. Featurette, deleted scenes with optional audio commentary, outtakes, musical, visual, and theatrical trailers. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out. Like I said, looked really cool. The story, I guess, was really good. There was a lot of heart to this film and stuff, so very cool. Next, I found this, and it's the Kid Rhino version of this, because I think this is on, I want to say, Shout Factory has it on Blu-ray, possibly, but found this for cheap, and I had this as a VHS as a kid. I have no idea where that VHS went, but so definitely wanted to pick this up, and that is G.I. Joe, the movie. I used to love this VHS as a kid. Such a kind of a cool movie, you know. As a kid, you're like, oh, cool, they made a G.I. Joe movie. Not realizing also the story behind it as well. There is something that happened in the Transformers movie. Spoiler alert for a movie that's 30-something years old. Optimus Prime dies. And they had to change something in this movie because that movie got negative reactions to it. So in here, it has the movie itself, plus 25 original G.I. Joe public service announcements. So those ones that they would make fun of, like with the pork chop sandwiches thing, is on here. 2 theatrical movie trailers, 2 vintage commercials. And it says here, a 40,000-year-old race of snake people resurface. And with the help of Serpentor, Destro, Baroness, and Dr. Mindbender, plan to eliminate all mankind and rebuild Cobra La. Once rulers of Earth, the snake people were driven underground by ice age temperatures. While in exile, they developed a plant whose spores turn ordinary men into mindless, weak animals. The key to their plan is G.I. Joe's secret project, the Broadcast Energy Emitter, BET. Only this device generates enough heat so the spores can mature. Mankind's very existence depends on G.I. Joe, but they are strong enough, smart enough, cunning enough to fight a warrior race with 40,000 years of experience. Don Johnson, Burgess Meredith, Sergeant Slaughter, and others lend their amazing voice talents to this exciting animated feature. And then that is the inside of that. Yeah, so really, really liked this movie as a kid, and once I learned more about it, it was actually kind of cool and stuff. So I have that now, and I have Transformers, the movie, too. So the next two are films. Surprisingly, I did not have on Blu-ray until this moment. As you know, I'm a big Indiana Jones guy. I have a video for the 40th anniversary of Raiders, and I just have it on DVD. Never was like, oh yeah, maybe I'll get the other sets, maybe I'll get the Blu-rays or whatever. Just haven't. Until recently. They have re-put out the Steelbook. So they had the big set that came out last year or whatever. And then they did the Steelbook box set. And the Steelbook box set was all white and stuff like that. But now they're individually releasing them. But the art, the cover of it is like the original posters. So these look 10 times better. So I already picked up the Raiders one. So that's the front, spine, back, and then it's the same 4K. So these are 4K, and then it has a digital copy too. This is the same release as the other ones. It's just different artwork. But all these two, which is really cool. And that's the inside, as you can see. So Sala and Indy grabbing the Ark. But they also come with these mini posters as well. So another one of the posters from that. So yeah, and it has the same features and stuff as the other release. It's just the artwork is a lot different and way better. I really like these. So picked up the Raiders one. And then yesterday, I'll show you what the inside of this one looks like too. There we go. Because this one I believe just came out this week too. I picked up the Temple of Doom one. So again, front, back, and the side. Same thing, comes with a digital code. And yes, this also comes with a poster. And then Indy on the bridge. And then it's that poster. So, and yes, and then in a few weeks in August, Last Crusade comes out, and then I believe in September maybe, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull comes out, so I'll be able to pick up the rest of those, and then have a complete set. But yeah, these really look really nice. I mean, to be honest, I would almost like just display them just like that, just with the cool artwork, and instead of just, you know, the usual like this. But yeah, so there you go. And then finally, we have some martial arts films. I feel like this has been the year of martial arts films, and I picked up some more. I picked up right when it came out, I think. So this was definitely a month or two ago. The One-Armed Boxer from Arrow Video, another Shaw Brothers release of them. Oh, wait, nope, sorry. No, this was a Golden Harvest release. I'm sorry about that. So, again, starring Jimmy Wang Yu. So it says, when former Shaw Brothers executive Raymond Chow founded rival studio Golden Harvest in 1970, he quickly teamed up with Jimmy Wang Yu, Hong Kong's first kung fu superstar and formerly Shaw's biggest box office draw, bringing over his peerless talent for taking on all foes with one hand tied behind his back. Wang wrote, directed, and played in this title role in one of his most unmissable kick-ass classics. From the legendary star of One-Armed Swordsman and Chinese Boxer comes One-Armed Boxer. Yeah, so this also starred, oh, there's my other cat. Another one of the one-armed kind of movies. And this would then spin off to a whole other series of the guillotine movies. So a lot of crossover. So it's Yu Tang Long is the best fighter to come out of his local martial arts school, but when he crosses the ruthless leader of a local crime syndicate, the big boss, brutally bevy of deadly killers, makes mincemeat out of the school and everyone inside. Now, the only survivor of the massacre and short one appendage, Yu is gifted the powerful elixir that promises to give him the strength to take swift revenge on an army of assassins, each representing one of the most lethal forms of fighting from across the Eastern Hemisphere. Proving once and for all that you only need 5 fingers of death to get the job done, Wang would later reprise his role in the famous sequel Master of the Flying Guillotine, but it's the mentally inventive original where he's arguably at the height of his powers. So here, it's a new 2K restoration from the original elements by Fortune Star. Let's see, there's commentary by Frank Jen from the New York Asian Film Festival, career retrospective with Wang Yu, filmed in natives in 2001 and never released before. There's a trailer gallery featuring the original Hong Kong theatrical trailer, a U.S. TV spot as the Chinese professionals, and over half-hour of trailers for other Jimmy Wang Yu classics, including One-Armed Swordsman and Master of the Flying Guillotine. And then there's reversible sleeve art as well, and then an image gallery. So that's that. That's the front. There's like the original. And then there is a, let's see. So that was the card inside for one of the next Arrow releases, which I think is one that two-person box set of Italian films. And then here, yeah, it hits. And here, there's David West with Jimmy Wang Yu in the birth of the Kung Fu movie. Farewell to Arms by Simon Abrams. And then about the transfer. So, and then about 27-page booklet. So very excited to add another Jimmy Wang Yu movie, and kind of cool too, because later on, actually, pretty soon, they're going to be releasing Flying Guillotine 2, which is a whole Palace Carnage part of the series, craziness stuff. So, and speaking of Jimmy Wang Yu, we return to the One-Armed Swordsman with the, of course, Return of the One-Armed Swordsman. And this is from, I hate when they don't put what year this is from on here. Yeah, it doesn't say, but it's a Chong Che film, and stars Jimmy Wang Yu. And it's the action-packed sequel to the Shaw Brothers classic, Return of the One-Armed Swordsman. It's loaded with more villains, more weapons, more fighting, and more over-the-top action than its predecessor. Legendary star Jimmy Wang Yu returns to take on an amazing array of unique enemies called the 8 Kings, each with his own signature weapon or fighting style. Director Chong Che is at his best, creating a masterpiece of epic scale, deviant villainy, and sheer inventiveness. And then, yeah, it just has like a thing for the Dragon Dynasty release. So this is one of the Dragon Dynasty releases. So yeah, So that is the return of the one-armed swordsman. So I think I'm only missing one of those out of that series. Then we have a actor that I don't really have a lot of, and I really want to fix that. And this is another produced film by Raymond Chow, starring Sammo Hung. And this is The Magnificent Butcher. And surprisingly, this is kind of one of the releases they have there. There's no Blu-ray release of this yet. Hopefully that is coming. I know in the UK there is. There's like 3 films by him, but yeah. So hailed as one of the greatest kung fu movies of all time, Magnificent Butcher is a powerhouse of martial arts action starring Hong Kong legend Sammo Hung and directed by Yen Wu Ping, who brought his inventive fight choreography to blockbuster hits Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and The Matrix. Yeah, Wang Yu Ping, another one I really want to start getting into as well. A student at Master Wang Fei Hung's Martial Arts Academy, chubby and likable butcher Lam Sai Wing, played by Sammo Hung, constantly lands in trouble. No more so than when he comes to the rescue of Kai Do Hoi, the son of Master Koi, who heads the opposing kung fu school, the Five Dragons. The good-hearted Sai Wing never suspects that Dang Hoi is plotting against him by orchestrating a series of events to frame Sai Wing for the murder of his half-sister. Hot for vengeance and to clear his good name, Sai Wing first faces off against Dan Hoi, leading to the ultimate martial arts showdown when Sammo Hung launches his 5 animals against Li Hoi Sing's 5 elements kung fu style. And then here there is a music video by Sammo Hung. And then there is a photo gallery and biography for Sammo Hung on here, trailers and stuff. So this DVD is from 2003. So you can see, like, definitely needs an upgrade to it. So, but that, everybody, is all the kind of new in the queue stuff that I've picked up within the past few months. So comment below. Did you pick any of these newer ones up? The UFO incident, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, maybe any of the Indiana Jones stuff, or the one-armed boxer. So comment below on that. Next week, we'll either be looking at my Severin order, which came in today, or my Vinegar Syndrome order. So look out for that video. So thanks everybody for watching. Check out some of my other videos. I have a whole bunch on martial arts films if you're into that. I have my one on the Indiana Jones films or any of the other stuff I have here. So remember to be kind and rewind. Have a great week. We'll see you all next week.